again, we have Ryan here today. You've probably heard me talk about him or like hear him screaming in the background, especially for vlogs, or like he puts in his little 2 cents into videos. But I've probably shown your face in some vlogs, but I try not to. He doesn't read any books though, so you might be wondering, oh my gosh, how is someone who doesn't even read any books gonna help in a book channel?
All valid questions.
So that's why I actually have questions for him. But basically, Ryan watches a lot of anime. He's watched more than I have, which is saying something because because my primary source of entertainment or storytelling that I would get when I was in middle school, high school was manga anime, because I lived in France and the local library only had French books, and I don't know why, I just don't like reading in French. So I just watched a lot of anime. Because everyone says,
oui. It's boo. It's all just slurring.
No, it's because it's so formal. That's why I don't like it.
Yeah, that sounds
Maybe
terrible.
I just haven't found the right books. The only book that I did read in French that I like, I actually have it up there, but that's the only one. Anyways, I actually wrote down questions in a little notebook.
Okay.
Look. It's not hard.
All right.
It's okay. It's not quiz. It's not like quizzes or anything.
All right, let's do this thing.
But anyways, these are questions for Ryan. Did you read books as a kid?
Yes.
Okay. What did you read?
I can't remember the name of the book, and if anyone knows, please tell me, because it drives me freaking nuts. But I remember reading the Artemis Fowl series, and then I remember reading one specific book, and I think it was part of a series.
It was a series of unfortunate events?
No, it wasn't that. I think it was a book series. Maybe it was a solo book. I don't know. These people could see, I guess you'd call them aliens in a sense, but they lived around everyone all the time, forever. And adults couldn't see them anymore. Only younger kids and teenagers could.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what this is, but you've never told me about this.
Okay, yeah, and weirdly enough, the part that I cling to in my memory the most, core memory, is there was a whole section about it where they were racing cars, or there was a car race or something, and one specific car that was there didn't run on gasoline, which I'm a mechanic, so it doesn't make any sense looking back at it now, but the car ran on nitrous oxide that was embedded in the cage of the car instead of everything else. But I remember reading this book, I remember that clip, but only younger people could see these little alien creatures that roamed around and caused mischief. I can't remember the name of the title, nothing.
Shit.
It's all gone from my memory.
Alright, well, if anyone knows, please tell us.
Yes, please. Other books I read, I can't remember much. My original sexual awakening was from the Sword of Truth series.
Right, that's what he wants me to read. I have it. Wizard's First Rule. I have it. Alright, next question. Why did you stop reading?
We're going into my childhood now.
Yes, we are.
I'm glad I'm drinking. So I was, weirdly enough, that Sword of Truth series, I was so embedded in because I loved the story, that whole fantasy story and whatnot.
The BDSM also.
The BDSM too, that was really nice. What was I, 16, 17 at the time when this happened? We were on a family vacation, and I couldn't get my nose out of the book. Could not, for the life of me. We were there for a week, and all I wanted to do was just sit and read. And you would think family vacation, we're up in Maine at a cabin doing nothing but fishing and relaxing. You'd think I'd be allowed to read, but I'm a male in a very white family at the time who loves redneck things. Mm-hmm. So your son sitting there reading a book the entire time is not necessarily on the to-do list. So I got yelled at a lot until I ended up not finishing that final book, putting it down, and then spending...
You didn't even finish it?
No, I didn't finish it.
You never finished it?
Nope, I never finished it.
Oh my God.
The last 3 days of that trip, I spent on the front of that boat with the worst sunburn of my life, doing nothing, because I wasn't even fishing at that point because I was in trouble. So all I could do was operate the boat pretty much.
Okay, well now I'm really mad at your family for doing that to you. Because I could have had not only an amazing boyfriend at the time, But a reader boyfriend? Damn. All right. All right, let's move on from your trauma.
Yeah.
What or who got you into anime?
I kind of originally got into it on my own, but I didn't know what it was. Originally childhood, like old school Toonami Cartoon Network type thing. You know, Tom on the spaceship. They used to have random animes that they aired back then, and that kind of, it was better than a cartoon to me. So
really,
yeah, big time.
That's actually interesting because a lot, like Joey especially, because Joey made fun of, Joey's my brother. Now I'm gonna just fucking display my whole family.
Let's get the whole family here.
Anyways, my brother would mock me for watching anime. He didn't care so much about the manga, mostly because there was nothing for him to judge because it's like a comic book. Mm-hmm. But he would judge me for watching anime because he was like, their mouths just do, and there's nothing they're not moving. There's like no like dynamicness, and I'm just like, okay, but it has a nice story.
Well, that was the thing. If like he's probably never looked at it again since then, what he probably watched was like early to mid 90s.
I mean, it was like Sailor Moon. So.
Okay, yeah, cringe fest 24/7. Like, yeah, that's all they did. Their mouth just did this.
Or Pokemon, like early Pokemon.
Yeah, that's how it was. But that was the only animation style back then. And now I get to see like some of the like wildest animation styles that I've ever seen in my life.
Right. But okay, hold on. Back to the question.
Yes.
Was it you just discovered it on your own on a TV?
So I originally discovered it on my own, and I made you watch the show.
Eureka 7.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Highly recommend it.
Eureka 7, which is how they say it in
It's just better. If you say Eureka 7,
it doesn't
I don't
sound
know why
as good.
It doesn't sound right.
Yeah. After going a large expanse of time avoiding mostly every outside like internet stimuli in my skater boy years,
right.
I met Lola. And what did we start with? It was you got me back in on
Full Metal Alchemist.
No.
Yes.
We started with Naruto first.
Nope, we started with Full Metal Alchemist. Yep.
Okay, so we either start. Okay,
we started with Full Metal Alchemist because I was like, I'm gonna go smooth here. I'm gonna go with the like westernized anime.
And then we restarted Naruto.
And then I was like, let's watch Naruto, but I didn't start with Naruto. I started with Naruto Shippuden because I was like,
I needed the short version because I had watched. I like on my own before all this. I had watched all of the original Naruto, but I couldn't remember anything. So
yeah, well, the first.
Am I allowed to swear?
I do.
Oh, okay, good.
I like how you asked that halfway through.
Yeah.
What was I saying though? Yeah, the
Full
first
Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood.
Yeah, well, so yes,
Father.
When I met Ryan. I remember he was mostly like watching like TV, like Criminal Minds or something like that, and like drinking beer and not really doing much else. Mm-hmm. And I was like, playing video games. You were playing Titanfall at the time.
Titanfall 2. Oh god.
He was playing Titanfall at the time. And I was just like, all right, I need him to be interested in more than just these three things: beer, Criminal Minds, and Titanfall 2. So I was like, have you ever considered, like, do you know what anime is? And he was like, oh yeah, that's what those, like, weird kids in high school would watch, and they would run around weird. I'm like, okay, listen, we're not all weird. So I was like, would you be willing to watch anime? And he was like, sure, okay. So I decided, I was like, okay, he probably hasn't seen any anime. I had the assumption that he had never watched anime before. So I was like, let's just go with Full Metal Alchemist because it's a very, like, westernized anime or manga, if you prefer. And after that, I was like, all right, let's go a little more hardcore and do one of those big shonen animes because I was like, it's kind of important if you want to get into animes to know the big shonen ones. So I made him watch Naruto Shippuden. I wasn't going to make him watch the first one.
I couldn't do it all over again.
Yeah, that would have been rough. And we're not watching Boruto. I ain't doing that shit.
No, I started it.
But recently, I've been trying to make Ryan watch Bleach because Bleach is coming out with more manga and more episodes. I don't think that he doesn't necessarily like the story.
Don't get me wrong. I love old school anime. It is great. I love it. I loved like the 90s anime era and all that fun jazz. But if I ever see another goddamn fucking cutscene where it goes, to be continued, in the middle of the most obnoxious fucking scene on the planet, I'm going to lose it. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
So we haven't gotten very far. But you know, little by little, we'll get through it, I think. Next question. Do you read manga?
No.
Why not?
I hate reading.
Okay, there we go. Okay, off the top of your head, what is your favorite anime?
That's a toss-up. There's 3 different animes I could choose.
Pick one.
I could go for the oldie but the best that got me started in it in the first place, which would be Eureka 7, whichever you so prefer. Second, and apparently it's not really well known. It was called World End.
I don't know what
World
that
End
is.
was so good. Character development was great. Storyline was great. Sadness was top tier. I cried.
Now I'm just kind of going to mention why I have been asking Ryan questions about anime and manga and reading. It's because Ryan wants to like do more stuff with the YouTube channel with me.
I'm trying to help. Instead of being background noise, I want to help.
Instead of being background noise. Honestly, we both enjoy anime. I enjoy manga. He mostly enjoys anime. So Ryan has been watching a lot more anime than I have been reading manga lately. But there are a few animes that he has mentioned that like sound interesting to me, but I don't feel like watching it. On the other hand, I do kind of feel like reading them. I do need to actually read through mangas of shows that he has watched. But that's the plan, is to just have discussions, kind of like maybe the differences that we have with what happened in the manga and what happened in the anime. Anyways, all that for next question, I don't know what number this is.
There's another question.
Yeah. Which anime and manga do you want us to discuss / compare first?
Shit.
Because I've already thought about a couple, but I want you to pick it.
You want me to pick?
I want you to pick the first one that
the anime / manga that we discuss first.
Mm-hmm. So which one should I focus on reading first, basically? And you need to rewatch.
We're going to rewatch Golden Kamuy.
Because Ryan has mentioned it before, I did look it up and see like how many volumes there are. There are a lot. So I know that the first season...
It's not One Piece era. And I'm saying this now...
I was wondering.
Just so I can take all the hate now. I'm never watching One Piece. I'm never reading One Piece. No. I got 2 episodes in. No. I don't have the brain for that. I'm not watching it. I'm not reading it. No matter what anyone says, you can send me memes and photos all day long. I will kind of understand them, but I'm not doing it. I'm not.
For the record, I am reading and watching One Piece, so
talk to her about all that. I'm never dealing with it.
Anyways, I saw that for Golden Kamuy, the first season is up to chapter 97. I don't know what that is for volume, because reading manga and understanding how far it is in the season is kind of complicated. Are you willing to read books again so you can possibly judge your beloved wife's favorite books or series? I promise I won't give you long ones.
When you start making the big bucks and I can stay home, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So once I'm, in 4 years from now.
4 years? You hit the lottery. I'll be home doing the dishes and reading all the books you want me to read. How about that?
That sounds good.
Also, I need to pick a better shirt.
Yeah, I kind of did not prepare much either, and I'm sitting with my legs up here too.
I'm wearing all black. She's in black.
So these videos are most likely going to be very informal every time. Anyways, yes, thank you for hanging out. If you have questions for Ryan, drop them down in the comments, or for me, drop them down in the comments. And yeah, I hope you're excited for the stuff that we want to do in the future, because we are.
All right, I'm gonna get back on Destiny 2 now.
He's gonna go play.
Ciao.